Well, Dr. Young and I just finished a really interesting webinar about living with and without limits. And we had a lot of people come on that webinar that really appreciated it. And there was one particular piece that they said was very helpful. And so, Terry, I'd like you just to talk about that one here. And the signs of care fatigue.
Yep. Yeah, Dan, we dove into the issue that we live in a world where we're often going beyond the limits, and that going beyond the limits creates a real danger. And the danger is care fatigue. It's also known as compassion fatigue. It's also known as secondary trauma. And being aware of what is going on with our own functioning is a vital component of living in this world where we're tempted and we're often pushed to go beyond limits. So these are the signs that are most common with care fatigue: a sense of weariness, that goes beyond being weary from accomplishing a good task. It's a bone level weariness. It goes deeper. There's disillusionment. There's the matter of the illusion goes away about perhaps the romance of your vocation or your calling, and you're disillusioned. Levels of anxiety tend to go up. We have an increased perception of danger, which means that we find ourselves more on edge than normally. Resentment is also a sign of care fatigue, where we begin to be resentful towards the very people that perhaps in an earlier time we loved, we cared for, we were compassionate towards them, but we're now feeling a bit of resentment for the incessant, never-ending round of need that we have to encounter. Meaning malaise, we lose focus on what is the real purpose that I originally had in my heart. The bias in my heart has seemed to be dulled. Then there's emotionality, and that shows up for us in different ways. For some people, the emotion may go towards more anger, more frustration. For some people, it may go towards more sadness or soul sadness. There also can be a loss of self. That is, we just lose ourselves and a deeper sense of who we are. And then physical effects. And here again, we're unique. We have physical triggers that are signs that arise. For some people, it can be a stiff neck and back. For some people, it can be an onset of migraine headaches. For other people, it can be other physiological things that happen. And then there's guilt, just feeling guilty, because people who are in caring professions long to care for others. And when they begin to see that care diminish, they feel guilty. I'm actually going against the very fabric of why I do my work, and I feel guilty, and then I feel guilty for feeling guilty. And that and other signs are there. So the deep dive is simply coming to grips with these kind of signs, symptoms, flags, red warning lights on the dashboard of your soul and mind. And what do we do about it? How do we navigate more wisely and more effectively, and care for ourselves so that we can care for others and keep this care alive and compassion alive?
So, friends, if you have any of those items, or two or three of them, that are kind of showing up on your radar and your dashboard of your life, you need to watch the webinar. Dr. Young goes into some more things around this. There's more than this, of course, in the webinar. And then beyond that, there's a deep dive where you can really get into this. So we encourage you, friends, take care of yourself. Take some time here.